Okay, we are live. All right. Before I start running my mouth, I'm gonna wait for a few more people to get in here. In this live, like if you got any input or anything, you can add to the comments, or you can take the you can click the link at the in the top of the comments, and you can join the live. So we got one viewer. We just getting down. This ain't like back in the day. Back in the day, your boy used to jump on here and 40 people be on here quick as hell. I know I haven't been that active, y'all. I appreciate y'all who still rocking with me. Sweet mate Jack, I appreciate you. Just talking about the a little bit more about Anything Goes with Ordinary People podcast. What's up? I think I follow you. I think I sub to you. And yeah, and if any of y'all got YouTube channels, put them in here. I'll definitely what I do to all my peoples on YouTube, people I like, people I know, people who show love. If you got a channel, I go on your channel and I add all your videos to the queue, and I make sure I get you all a like on all your, a watch and a like on all your videos. If I'm awake, because I usually put them on when I go to sleep, so sometimes I sleep through them. But look, let me get to the topic. Like I told the police and the tow company, I'm going to go home after that tow, and if any of y'all don't know what happened a few hours ago, I had a car that I've been working on. It's a Mercedes. Go figure. A Mercedes. It was towed in the process of us working on it, and they what I have been told as of right now. When they said that it was towed because it was an inoperable vehicle, which would have been true. And I'm not. I have no discrepancies with the tow or no argument. If a cop saw it there, I already knew. I already knew that it was a risk for the car to be towed. My tags died. Whatever. I popped the ball joint off the car in the process of moving it. So the wheel looked all crazy. I got the bumper off, the fender in the back seat, and preparing the car to wrap it. All this shit just happened out of nowhere. So the car was sitting there. I find out the police tell me that they don't have the report yet, so they don't know exactly the cop who had it towed wasn't on duty. Then the tow company, as of right now, I'm leaning most of this fault on the tow company, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. I'm gonna tell y'all if y'all got any feedback or any information that can help me through this situation. You can jump on the in the comment section is the link. You can we can talk on here live. You can give some information in the comment section. Anything that helps, I appreciate it. So look, so basically, thanks, let's go. I appreciate you. I appreciate the love. I love all of y'all. Thanks a lot. Max, anything goes, Sweet Mac J, all that. So basically, they towed the car at 11 a.m. I called the tow company. I asked the tow company, what's the price? They're like, how are you getting it out of here? That's not your business. What's the price? What's the price? Now, understand, I'm very frustrated. This is my car. I'm being told I gotta go pay to get my property back, which is some gangster shit all in itself. But what I was really hot about, I said I finally got to the price after asking the lady like 3 times on the phone. Now, I didn't yell at this lady. I was extremely frustrated. I probably cursed while I was talking, but not cursing like at her or anything like that. And that's very important. That's very important to this story, how I dealt with this woman on the phone. Luckily for me, I had somebody with me who doesn't have to lie, and they can verify that I didn't say anything that I was accused of later on. So I show up to the tow yard. I go to the police station. I gotta get this stupid ass piece of paper to get my car back from the police station. Go to the tow company, and they didn't even fucking look at the piece of paper that I had to get, that the lady pressed me for so bad on the phone. So then, after dealing with all that, I get to the tow yard. She tells me that the person who's going to release my car to me will be there at about in about 30 minutes. This I remember actually. It was 9:53 exactly when she told me 30 minutes. So they towed the car at 11 a.m. It's 9:53 p.m. on the same day. And I'm pissed because I'm being told that my car over the phone, I was told that my car was going to cost $430 to get back. This is a a single axle vehicle. Like there's this is a rear wheel drive car. There's nothing special about this car. It ain't no big truck. There ain't nothing like that. There's no reason why this tow should cost $430. I am hot. Understand, people. I am livid. But I do also understand that that's not how you get business done, by expressing your emotions. I don't believe that emotions have any place in business. So please believe that I definitely don't I didn't call this lady acting rude or acting any way that I would want someone to treat my daughter or my mom, period, my girlfriend, anything. I didn't act any way that I wouldn't appreciate someone treated someone I love or me. So I'm sitting there, I call her when it was like 35 past. Mind you, I'm at this tow company called Grimm's. I see a few of their tow trucks drive by. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's gonna give me my car. The He got there at exactly 52 minutes after waiting. I was told 30 minutes. The only reason why I point that out, because there's no fucking customer service for this robbery. Like, these people are assholes. The lady was short, very unhelpful on the phone. She was a pain in the ass. I wanted to say, how much was the tow? Where do I go to get it? Give the money and get my car back and deal with the rest of this bullshit in the morning. That's where I was at. So I got asked like a million questions about shit that has nothing to do with the tow company. How am I getting my car back? How am I getting it out of there? Because the wheel was fucking off the control arm. So um I did it when she told me $430. I asked her to explain why would it cost that much. She says, well, there's the tow and there's the fees. Okay, please explain the fees. She's like, there's an administrative fee, there's a cleanup fee, the winching fee, and something else. And I'm like, okay, explain the fees. Why are these fees there? Like, what did you have to clean up? Why am I paying you to clean up? What the fuck is a winching fee? Why am I being charged a winching fee? So when the tow truck that is releasing my car to me pulls up, he pulls up with a cop, and I'm thinking it's weird, but I'm walking up. Why should I be worried about the police? I didn't do anything wrong. Here to do business, whether I want to or not. That's what I'm doing at the moment. They I swear, and you can see this in the earlier video that I went live on about this. As I walked up, the tow guy had said something to me, and I didn't hear him. We were on a street, but it wasn't busy. There weren't cars. I just couldn't hear him. It could have been the engine from the tow truck, the police cars, whatever. And when he talked, I leaned in and I couldn't hear him. And I stepped forward and I said, huh? And this dude had to be, yo, I'm only 5'10". This dude was no little dude. This dude jumped back like a cold bitch. Like, he jumped back like, hey. And the cop's like, hey. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, are you crazy? Yo, I didn't even get 6 feet. I didn't even get close to this dude. This dude jumped back like a bitch. And I'm like, what the hell? He tells me that dispatch said they had called the police on me. They called the police to be there while I picked my car up because I had told dispatch if anything was broke on my car, I was going to hurt somebody or do something. I don't remember. I don't remember what he said verbatim, but I got to look at the video. But that's what was said. And I'm looking like, wow. I'm looking like, yo, this is crazy. Now, I never threatened anyone, even yelled at the lady. So I'm really pissed that that accusation was made, and explains why the fucking cops are here. These motherfuckers, pardon my language, y'all. These motherfuckers, they He explains to me some of the fees. I said, I want my car back and I want like a list of what these fees are for. I'm planning on fighting this later. That's where my mind's at. I gotta wait till the morning till that cop comes on duty to get the police report and talk to him. And then this and what I'm looking for is to find out who's responsible for this. Because if the tow company was doing what the police told them to do, they were just doing their job. So me paying $415 for my car lies is the police's fault. Now, what this tow truck driver said on camera changes the whole game, changes the complete game because they were making it seem what I was told on the phone was everything they did was what the police told them to do. Now, based on this tow truck driver, he's the one who determined the car was in an accident. Now, I can understand how this mistake can be made. Why? Because my car does not have a bumper on it. My car has the fender in the back seat. Like I said, this car was being prepared to be wrapped. But the car was also perfectly parallel parked. There's no drag marks or anything. I know because I parked it there. There was no, it would be crazy to think that some car with 3 operable wheels crashed and was able to parallel park perfectly, especially on the side where the wheels fucked up. So he tells me the cleanup fee was for glass on the ground that the cops told him to clean up. There isn't a broken window, a broken mirror, there's nothing broke on the car besides the ball joint which has the wheel off the control arm and it looks crazy, but there's nothing actually broke on the car. So he didn't have anything to clean up, which means I shouldn't be responsible for paying them to clean up a mess that it wasn't even there, because I do have pictures when I was ordering parts and stuff. I have quite a few pictures of the car and the spot that it sat, and you can see on the ground. Like I didn't take the pictures for that purpose, but I'm glad I did it, and I did it like a few days ago, and it's all bullshit. They're all lying. So now what it's looking like to me is that the what I'm believing that's happened, the tow truck driver, he got called by the police to tow the car. I was not around, and he just stacked up charges as much as he could. They make a commission out of this. They have no incentive to be honest. Why? Because the more of these services they rack up, the bigger their commission is. And there's not really much governing what tow companies do. The most 3 hated professions are lawyers, cops, and tow truck drivers. I don't know in what order, but those are the 3 hated most hated professions. Why? Because of this shit right here. Praise be to Allah that I'm blessed enough to be able to just pay this, because there's been times in my life, and there's people I know in my life right now, a $400 tow out of nowhere after buying hundreds of dollars in parts for the car the same day, and the car not being drivable in the state it was towed, meaning I'm going to have to pay another tow truck to pull it out of the yard, is what I'm thinking about in my head, and it's going crazy. Like that's life-changing amounts of money for someone not expecting to pay it, who has to pay it to continue with their life, or continue the transportation to work, et cetera, et cetera. That's a lot to deal with, and some people can't deal with that. That'd be a life-changing moment for quite a few people. It's all the way fucked up. So unlike a lot of my videos when I'm telling you guys, how I felt about the police interaction, or whether the cop did good or the cop did bad, this one is starting to lean towards we're going to learn how to fight the tow company, because I've looked. Trust me, this shit, I was over dealing with this shit maybe 11, close to 12 o'clock, and ever since then it's 2 a.m. I've been studying tow laws. For all my people in Maryland, I am proud to let you guys know, as of March 1st, 2024, if a tow company has your car, there must you only have to pay 20%. There was a bill passed in October, goes into effect March 1st. You only have to pay 20% to get your vehicle back and continue making payments later on. And I can just only imagine in this time where inflation is crazy, tow companies are charging like $4 a mile or some shit like that, something crazy. And I actually think the tow company, I think they charge me $5 a mile. And the $5 a mile they charge me, that they charge me $10 in gas. So if they charge me $5, if that $10 was assigned for the $5, the tow was only 2 minutes away. So I mean 2 miles away. So basically, this fight is I'm dealing with a fucking tow that costs $415 to drive a fucking mid-size to tow a mid-size sedan across town, 2 miles. Um, so the tow truck driver, I'm talking to him, and he's not expecting me. You guys have seen my channel. I've had plenty of cars towed, so I know how this is supposed to go. I know what I'm used to dealing with. Laws have changed and everything over time, but it shouldn't be like this. So, and this guy's explaining to me the fees because that's all I care for. Explain these fees to me, give me my car back. He's the original guy I dealt with. I mean, I was aggressive. I was aggressive while dealing with him. I was very pissed. He called the police and he was acting like I was trying to do something to him. But lucky for me, I recorded it. Like I tell everyone to document, record, record, record. Long story short, there was a bitch ass dude assisting the tow truck driver. I don't know. He was riding with him. He was in the car. Some little short, fat, stupid looking, dopey, troll looking motherfucker who was with him start talking this gangster shit in the police. But you guys can go to the video. I'm sure y'all find that my reaction to that entertaining. But the tow company gets on the phone and he calls his dispatch supervisor, whoever, and he says, okay, I'm going to get the cleanup fee dropped. So that took like $38 off of the $415. Okay. Then he says, I'm still not happy. fuck, like to me, 375, fucking 415. So what? I'm still not happy. So I'm going on and on and on. I'm talking my shit. I'm talking about how crazy all of this is. I'm talking about how wrong it is and all that shit. And how I was being treated and all that. And believe it or not, even though I wasn't a voluntary customer of the tow company, I was a customer of the tow company. Not many of us have experienced good customer service while dealing with a tow company after a police initiated tow goes. Now, I read a lot about Maryland tow laws. There's a huge difference as far as your rights if you pay a tow company to tow your car, and there's a huge difference in if the police initiate it. Now, this wasn't towed because I was driving. I broke the law and I got caught, and they took the car at the same time. This wasn't towed because of some traffic infraction and I'm driving without insurance or anything. This car was just deemed an inoperable vehicle where it sat in city limits, and there's ordinances where they could tow the car. Very cool. We got to follow laws. You get caught, you got to pay your dues. I'm cool with that. I'm very cool with that. I'm straight up with that. What I'm not cool with is a $415 fucking bill, not even maybe like 10 hours after it was towed. That's ridiculous. The lady tells me on the phone, 20, there's a storage fee for every 24 hours. Because I was about to say fucking deal with it tomorrow. Then this bitch tells me at 12 p.m. that's a new day. That's storage fee for the next day. I'm thinking in my head, you told it the car was in your possession at 11. It should switch at 11. Well, that's not how they do it. So I'm not liking that, and I'm not going to give them another dollar. I would have rather had heard from the cop first, because I do feel like after I talk to the cop, there is a way to intervene and justify what had happened and get those prices changed. But I wasn't willing to wait a whole nother day and spend more money. And I got a funeral to go to tomorrow, all types of crazy shit. Tune in. There will be there's a fundraiser I'm doing locally for a friend of mine who died, to raise some money for her kids that she left behind. And I will be doing a video about that in the next few weeks, and I will be asking for some of y'all help if you guys care to donate for the cause. But that's another issue. So I don't really have time to deal with it tomorrow. I'm like, fuck it, let me go ahead and deal with it. I was trying to get out of paying another tow company to tow the car out of the tow yard. AAA wouldn't pick it up because they say they don't pick up at tow places, and there's plenty of ways that I can make sense of that. Whatever, but it's a shitty experience. It's a very shitty experience. So, as someone who has lost vehicles due to how tow yards practice, they're like, this is the thing with the towing, like, and this is the thing with a lot of business. They will make it seem like their rules are laws. After what I've read tonight about towing, um, there's a lot of shit tow companies do. They didn't even know about the whole little 20% rule that goes into effect in a few months. So spread the information, especially all y'all in Maryland. Those that's where I know it applies to. But the cops didn't even know. The tow companies didn't know. And I mean, the law says it's a citizen's job to to study the law, to know these laws. You are ignorance of the law is no excuse. I am pretty sure at this point that the tow truck driver racked up fees so he can make a bigger commission. And um I'm excited to talk to the cop tomorrow and find out what he has to say about it, because then I'll be able to, I'll have a weekend to plan my next action. Someone will be held accountable. I think this is going to fall on the fault of the tow company. Like I said, the car, I don't like that my car was towed, but I knew that it was at risk where I left it, and it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But oh man, 415. This is like robbery. This is horrible. This is terrible, man. And it pisses me off. Like it wasn't it wasn't it wasn't too many years ago. Like this would be life changing money. This I'd be fucked. Like I wouldn't be able to go to work. I wouldn't have a vehicle. I would you know what I mean? Every day this shit goes up $58. So if you take a man who doesn't have money, a few months ago, I was broke as hell. All my money was invested in my business and other financial shit I had going on, and trying to, you know, just trying to build for the future. But I invested all my money. I didn't have the money for this. This is fucked up. A grown man would have to get on the phone and call around, borrow money, and all that shit. No, I'm not cool with that. And this is fucked up. This is really fucked up. Like I said, if anybody got any information about Maryland tow laws that can help me out, I do know tow companies aren't governed closely. I can't remember the name of it, but there is someone who's supposed to like check their rates and stuff. Maryland's new law says that they have to report their fees every 3 years or something. Like, yeah, every 3 years they have to report their fees to the state to make sure, you know, they're not basically poaching people's cars for money. Um, it's a dirty business and it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. The guy who's working at a tow company, trying to take care of his family, build his life, usually the type of guy who does that, and I've noticed that when I've hired employees, like I tint windows. Tinting windows is extremely easy. There's people who will learn the trade, they will learn how to tint windows, and after a while, they'll say, "Hey, I can fuck with this guy's paying me. I'll go do this. It's very easy." And then you have people who will stay in their position and do that position for years. Um, no faults for that. You need chiefs, you need Indians. It's all cool, but um, the guy who is towing cars, you know what I'm saying? If I worked at a tow company, I think it would take me a fucking year to own my own fucking tow truck. That's just how I work. And from what I know about just working in the car industry, being a car lover and dealing with tows and everything around that, usually they're not the best people to deal with. Usually tow truck drivers are not the best people to deal with. I'd say a quarter of them are drug addicts anyway. Excuse me. So a lot of them are crooks. It's all fucked up without the people being dishonest and people, you know, trying to make extra money beating the system. it's already a fucked up business. Now, I'm cool with that part. You know, I'm things need to be regulated. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that part. I'm not cool with this part. I'm not cool because this is what I think happened. I don't know for sure, but I think that this cop called him for an inoperable vehicle because that's what it says on this little paper why the car was towed. And I ain't got the police report, but the tow guy deemed it an accident. Now, me being charged a $38 winch fee, if you read I don't want to say laws, the bill, as far as what they can charge for and what they can't, he just towed my car and used a winch. A lot of my cars need a winch. Most of my cars need a flatbed. The first thing I do is do the suspension. I drop them. I get them low to the ground. They call that if my car isn't able to drive on that truck, they have to pull that winch down. I have never been charged a winching fee. The winching fee is for cars that are flipped over in ditches that they have to pull back onto the road. The bill says that. The law says that. It literally specifies that. Since my car hadn't been in an accident, I shouldn't have been charged that. They told me the tow was $180 because it was an accident tow, which leads me to believe that this tow would have been a lot cheaper if they didn't put the word accident on it. So, like I said, I got to do a little bit more figuring out what their explanation is of their fees. But this is horrible. Then the whole calling the police and lying and saying that I threatened them over the phone. Listen, I own a business. I've had two customers that weren't happy where I never had a big issue with a customer in my business, which is good. Still got 5 stars on Google. And basically I had one guy, it was a misunderstanding, whatever, but he got pissed and I had to tell this man, you talking to me crazy and disrespectful, this conversation is cut short. I'm just going to tell you to leave, and if you don't leave, I'm going to make you leave and we can get with it. Another person didn't get that deep, but most adults understand that, especially men. We don't just say anything to anybody because we know that you can get popped in the mouth. There's this is just not how you do business, and it's not cool. And the way they're comfortable treating customers and stuff like that goes to show a lot about how comfortable they are with doing this type of shit. Like like even when I'm sitting there telling them, I don't care what you're because they're trying to explain shit I'm not asking about. I'm not worried about the tow, none of that shit. What I'm pissed off is that I have to pay $415 to get my car right now, or the price goes higher while I deal with this dispute, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's something in the Maryland in the bill about once you've made a complaint, or if you're fighting the reason for a tow with the police that was initiated the police, the tow company has to release your car to you. I next video I'll have a lot more information on that. I didn't finish that, and I don't know if you guys read laws or bills. They're not the easiest to understand, and if you're not a fucking lawyer, you didn't go to law school. So I'm not hiring a paralegal. I'm gonna take my time and figure this shit out. So that's what I was dealing with. And for y'all who didn't see it, go back to the video. It should be right under this in the live section, and you will because I definitely start recording right as I approach the tow truck company, which also brings up another thing because I don't have a lot of experience in this. I'm actually preparing to do a lawsuit for defamation of character with against another citizen local to me. But I got to read the laws about defamation because it's really you need like 3 different factors to make it that way. Whatever. I ain't about to try to school y'all on it because I'm not 100% clear on it. That's why we hire lawyers. But I'm disgusted with someone lying on someone else to the police. Luckily, these cops aren't gung ho and they're not idiots and they're not fucking, you know what I mean? Lucky I didn't come across a cop who saw me lean in to hear this guy. I took like 1 or 2 steps tops. And, you know, I could have get, you don't call the police on people telling them that's crazy. I could have got shot. I look at that like you put my life in danger. You brought a gun to the situation. It was 2 people. Then it was 2 guys there. I was by myself. It was 2 guys. I was there with a woman. It was me and a female there. This is fucking crazy. And until the cops got there, I was the smallest dude there. And for this shit is fucked up. This shit is fucked up. You called the police. You brought a gun to the situation. You invited a gun. You invited another human who we have to trust their judgment as far as us being safe, and I don't 100% trust that shit. I really don't. This is crazy. A car that was in the tow company's possession for not even 10 hours, they're literally charging me $415. They dropped it. They dropped the cleanup fee. And this is another thing furthermore. Because I do believe that most of what these fees are the tow truck driver's fault. What he relayed to his bosses or whatever. I do think he trumped all that shit up so he can get more money. This is that's what's crazy to me. At my business, I'm not gonna take less money or give any services away to please a customer who's wrong. Prices are on the wall. It is what it is. Granted, my services, no one patrons my business without wanting to. Like, I was told against my will. I wasn't even there. I didn't know this shit happened until hours later. But that's a big difference in our businesses. So, you know what I mean? Tow companies wouldn't have so many angry people. I'm pretty sure the people who are the most angry are the people who got their cars towed against their will. Versus shit. I've never had a tow problem with a tow truck that I've called to tow my car. I've never had that problem. So it's all fucked up. And I do believe the driver knows he's fucked up. So my business is literally, guys, like, I know people say this. When I say literally, we can look into each other's windows, like across the street. We can look right out of the window and see what the fuck this tow company's doing. They can look right out the window and see what we're doing. Granted, it was only like feet away. He towed my car out of the yard and parked it over by my business. He said, "I'll do that for you." I said, "All right, cool." He towed it over there. They dropped the price from $415 to $370 something. I think $375, whatever. And he did that. I would never do that if the customer's wrong. I'm sorry. I tint windows. If I tinted your window the shade you told me and it wasn't you came and you didn't like the shade or whatever, it's not getting fixed. If someone had a problem with the installation of their tint, I have to fix it. It's my job. You know what I mean? But there's no, if a customer made a mistake, if you bring the car in, I wear nothing that can scratch your car, and there's a scratch or a dent you blame me for, I'm not going to cover that. Now, I have scratched I've dropped a razor and scratched the guy's brand new Tacoma. I had to pay for paint. I had to pay for his paint to get fixed. You know what I mean? But a customer who is wrong, I'm not going to fold on my prices. I don't work for free. I didn't get into business to take losses. So him doing that, maybe the guy's trying to be a good guy. Maybe it's the cop's fault. Who knows? But I don't believe that. I don't believe. I believe this guy was a fucking asshole, and he thought he had one. And they called the fucking police. I guess they thought the police was. I really feel like they thought the police was going to silence Rolando. Y'all know that can't nobody. Man, even if you could whoop my ass, you can't stop my mouth. You can't stop. You ain't going. One thing you ain't going to stop is this fucking mouth. And that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. I didn't go there to try to harm anybody. Even if I had the intention, if I had even, I didn't think about dealing with this in any violent way. I thought about dealing with this the legal way, which I believe that you can make a company pay by making them pay money. Simple as that. I've said this plenty of times on this channel. Nothing changes with the law until people get hurt or they lose money. That's what lawsuits are for. That's why. My man, he has fighting for his rights. My man, right here. I appreciate you, bro. But like I said, anybody who just jumped on, if you want to tune in, if you have anything to add as far as like these towing laws and how fucked up they are, or any information about how to fight it, because it ain't easy. It ain't going to be easy. It's going. I assume it'll be easier than dealing with police issues, but I don't think that it's not going to be easy. But I'm ready. Fuck it. I'm in it. I'm in it. They brought me in it. I don't feel like I have a choice. I would not like myself if I didn't take on this fight. I'm not playing with these people. I'm not playing with them, nor should you. I'm gonna stand on business. And after this, because I could not find many like much information online about how to deal with tow companies. It's pretty much like, hey, make a complaint to this place right here, and that's pretty much what you got to do. I ain't with all that. I'm sure these motherfuckers get complaints all the time. I'm not wanting to sit in line. None of that shit. I'm going to the courthouse the moment I found out what I can go at them with. I swear to God. I swear to God. And like I said, like, you know, I would never, if I'm dating a woman, and I'm gonna say this: some of y'all motherfuckers need to go to jail. If you beating your bitch up, you should go to jail. But if a person who I'm dating calls the police on me, a friend calls the police on me, and I'm saying this with the background of me not ever doing anything to you or giving you a legit reason to call the police, I can't fuck with you. You brought a gun to the problem. You made it dangerous, really, for both of us, but you made it really dangerous for me. That's not cool. These motherfuckers called the police and told them that I threatened them on the phone. Lucky for me, I had a witness, and that might be on video too. I haven't checked the footage in the car yet. You know, I keep these cameras on me, y'all. This is it's a good thing. And I'm glad I recorded the interaction with the tow truck driver, because that not only was it entertaining, it helped me release some stress, telling him how I feel and making fun of his big belly homie who was with him. But I got proof of the things he said. He can't take that back. It's on video. You know what I'm saying? And the camera might have. You know how many you guys honestly don't understand how many interactions I've had with law enforcement or businesses, and it happens to all of us, where you just wish you had it on camera. You just wish you did. You know that if you had it on camera, the powers to be would see this shit, and no one would agree that it was okay. However it gets handled with is how it gets handled with. But the camera saves you, people. It saves you. It definitely does. Sorry, I'm trying to read y'all comments while talking. But I can't do you like that, fam. Somebody got to do it right. I feel like they shoot me off the rip for doing stuff like that sometimes. Nah, bro, I'm not going for it. And you know what? You know what the best thing about these videos? Me having all these videos of police interactions, these are high stress moments. And never has anyone seen me act crazy or any way that someone can say that I was a threat to them or they thought I was going to inflict pain, or they felt the need to protect themselves. So if someone pops up and says Rolando did this, hold on. Rolando has a very good track record of handling himself very well in stressful situations. So that bitch saying that stupid shit over the phone, she a bitch now. That bitch saying that shit is wild. And that shit is so wrong. Like, it could have took the wrong rookie to be there. Like even the one cop. The one cop, he put his hand on on my shoulder when I linked in to hear the dude. What if I swatted his hand and he went crazy and said that I hit him and tried to slam me? And That shit happens, people, all the time. It happens all the time. So, and like I told the cops, like, if I would have threatened them, if now in Maryland you can't threaten people isn't against the law. I think unless you threaten to burn their house down or blow something up. So I can tell you I'm gonna punch you in the fucking face, and there's no charges that can be held up, but there's no charges that can be brought up on me for that. But I'm sure that report they would have, if I had did something wrong, I'm sure the tow company would have loved to use that to keep my car for as long as they could. They build up storage fees, and they probably hope that I can't afford to get my car back. Why? Now they got a car here that they can sell for thousands of dollars instead of getting a couple hundred, and they're still winning. This is all fucked up, y'all. There's a video on here where I got arrested. I didn't get arrested. The cop like threatened to arrest. It was some wild shit in Hagerstown, Maryland. Well, the cop towed my car. I bought this car. It was a Benz convertible. I bought this car for like dirt cheap with like low ass miles. I didn't have the title. I had a title, but it wasn't signed over. It wasn't in my name or anything like that. They would not let me pick the car up unless the title was in my name, which I'm pretty sure right now was against the law, but I didn't know that back then. By the time I was able to sort that shit out, that tow bill was worth more than I paid for the car. They got a free car out of me. That's exactly what happened. They got a perfectly fucking running Mercedes out of me. I'm not going for that bullshit. I record everything now. First thing I do, record my mind. That's how you gotta do it. And this is just terrible. This is terrible. I got, between kids, life, work, everything, like, this is not something that people should have to deal with. It really isn't. And it really does suck that there isn't anybody who governs these tow companies. I was looking at the reviews they got. The reviews they got are like horrible. And it ain't like you towed my car and you broke something. No, the reviews are about how they conduct business, how the illegal tows and all types of shit, towing cars from places. So let's say this tow company towed my car illegally. They thought I couldn't park there. They thought they had the right to tow my car, and they didn't. Before that gets solved, it could take a week. It could take days for me to prove my case. It might have to, if the cops were telling me today, it's all civil matter, so I might have to take it to court. So you're telling me 30, 60, 90 days later, I got to take it to court? Guess what I got to do? I got to get my car out. I still got to find the money to pay to get my fucking car out and then deal with this situation. It's fucking horrible. It's horrible. Yeah, and what they're banking on the same thing the cops do bank on when you got to pursue some bullshit. No one wants to go through this shit. No one, people don't have the fucking time to do this shit. I got time. I got time, baby. We Lord knows I got motherfucker. I'm gonna make some time. I'm gonna tell you that for real. Like, oh my gosh, these towing companies are wild. I done met good tow. I don't know. Shit is fucking crazy, man. Shit is fucking crazy. I hope nobody has to go through what I went through tonight. I've never been through anything like that. I've dealt with some shit. I had a car towed back in the day. I was driving. I believe it was something wrong with I was young as hell. It was a 91 Honda Civic hatchback. It had work done to it and all that. I was about to turbo the motherfucker. Anyway, I got pulled over in Gaithersburg, Maryland. The cop towed my car. Cool. I go the next day to get it out of the tow yard. Guess what? I pay my fees. I get in my car. I put the key in. Everything comes on, but it won't crank and it won't start. I open the hood up. My expensive ass aftermarket distributor wires are missing. The tow company says, that ain't our fault. We not responsible for this. And I'm sitting there like, the car was running. It was driving on the road when you towed it. So it had to have these. Now it has none. It ain't like somebody stole it and replaced, put some cheap ones there. No, they stole some fucking like $100 worth of wires or some shit. So I had to push my car out of the yard, which wasn't a small yard. I had to push my car out. They gave me permission to leave it there for a few hours. So I got to go buy distributor wires and put them back in my car so I could drive my car home. I get back. I swear to God, y'all not even gonna believe this. The lawsuit was filed. I don't remember why it wasn't finished. Actually, the show Judge Joe Brown tried to pick it up, but the other guy didn't agree to do it. The person who ended up suing was the trash company next door. When I got back with the distributor wires, my car was picked up by the arms of a trash truck while there were like fucking 5 or 6 Spanish dudes stripping parts off my car. I go crazy. This is Young Wild Road. I get out the car. I'm swinging. I got my hands on one of them. I'm not trying to let them go. These motherfuckers are running away with parts. They were stripping my shit too. I was gone for like not even an hour. They were stripping the fuck out of that shit. Then I had their boy hostage, choked them up and everything, and they was throwing rocks at me. I was using their boy as a shield. This shit was wild as shit. Like that's the worst that I've dealt with a tow company. And I never got they were never held accountable by the law, but back then I was nice and crazy. Let's just say they had to fix a tow truck. I had to fix distributor wires. Fuck it. But I'm a little older now, and that's not how I handle shit. Shit is so fucked up. It's just fucked up. I encourage y'all all to go watch that video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Share it around. It definitely this is definitely going to start something because I'm definitely I'm about to get off of here, read a little bit more. I'm going to learn all these the same way I know the traffic laws. I'm going to study these fucking state towing laws, and I'm going to find what they did wrong, and they will be held accountable. Shout out to the officers who were on scene for this. They weren't. I don't agree with what they did. They didn't do nothing wrong. I just don't like how like when the shit was up, they were like telling me to calm down, but these motherfuckers was talking crazy. They ain't say nothing to them. Like that shit was wild to me. But I don't know. The tow truck dude really just got there like thinking, hey, it costs $4.15. You pay the money, or we're leaving this. And I'm like, hold up, bitch. You got the wrong one. I don't think you can tell anybody an outrageous price like that, and they just be like, okay. And I don't think that happens often. And I think that they thought the police being there would keep me from expressing my thoughts about the shit. So nah, it ain't work out like that. And now even acting like that, man. Grimm's Automotive Towing, whatever the fuck they call, they could have got about $250 out of me today and never heard from me again, unless I needed to tow, because I would have still called them. I wasn't blaming them for towing the car when the police told them to. I wasn't blaming the cop for doing his job. I'm blaming these motherfuckers for trying to double the fucking tow fees and smack my head with this shit. This shit is wrong, bro. This shit is wrong, and I can only like wallahi, like I can only thank God that I'm able to take care of this. You know what I mean? I really do know people that what if it could have been a single mom's car of 4 kids or some shit. Fucking husband died fighting in a war or whatever the fuck, and she loses her only mode of transportation. This type of shit can change lives, and it's wrong. And there's not many people governing it. So we the people, we can figure out how to handle this type of shit. We can figure out how to handle this type of shit. I encourage everybody to read. I encourage everybody to read their state laws. I know that shit's boring. I know it's boring. You can find videos where motherfuckers read it to you. There's apps on your phone that you can. I sometimes have it have things read to me while I'm driving, and that works pretty well. You get caught up in the legal terms and shit because they use words we don't normally use, but there's a lot you can do with that. So like I said in my other video, thanks y'all for rocking with me. Keep tuning in. I know I'm terrible with updates and shit. Y'all know I post these videos as they come. I don't really set out to make them. I'm going to get the reaction videos jumping again soon, but other than that, man, thanks again for rocking with me. Love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And thanks again, y'all. Have a good night.